Hello, welcome back to Story Reckless, and happy anniversary to us.
Happy anniversary to us.
Yay! Oh, I'm gonna do this now so I can put this thing away because it scares me. Little cheers. There we go. This glass is so frightening to hold with all of this equipment. So I'm going to... Happy anniversary. It has
Happy
been...
anniversary.
We've been doing this for 2 years, which is remarkable. I had no idea until I think Claire pointed it out. That sounds right, Olive, right?
That was my experience as well.
Cool. Anyways, yes, we are Story Reckless, and we're a D&D live stream. Let's do our player intros. I didn't even say who I am. I'm Nathan. I'm Nathan Kennedy. I'm the DM. I use he, him pronouns. Players.
My name's Claire. My pronouns are they, them. I, from the beginning, have been playing Kidam, half-elf brave cleric.
And my name is Olive. I use she and they pronouns. And from the midpoint, middle part, I've been playing Calliope, Air Genasi, Artificer, Old Lady, Curmudgeon, and her host of other friends. I feel like sometimes I'm playing as many characters as Nathan is.
Yeah, I think so. Awesome. And then we would also have Enyo with us playing Pip, but Enyo is going to be out for a little while longer, and will be joining us hopefully in the near future.
Moving
for
is hard.
now,
Moving
moving is hard. They have been moving, and
Across the country, no less.
yeah, so completely understand why they're sitting out. But Calliope, Olive, you'll be playing Pip for now in combat?
Heck yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's great, because then I don't have to continue to play D&D by myself. So, I think we can just go into the recap now. My goodness. Oh yeah, and we're also starting early. I wonder, are there any folks with us tonight? There's a couple. Okay, cool. Hi. Glad you joined us.
I imagine most people will be coming in about half an hour.
Half an hour, or I mean, folks do show up around like 8. Sometimes I think we get like a little the latecomers, but that's all right. What's the beginning of the show? It's just us doing this. All right, let's do this, shall we? So. We last left off, which was 2 weeks ago. Oh my goodness. We last left off with our protagonists making their way inside the temple, the cathedral of Torm, within High Hall. Their hopes were to hopefully find some survivors that Calliope knows. High Rider Gideon Lightward. However, upon arriving, found out that Gideon was last seen at the Grand Cemetery to the west, on the far western side of town. West. Based on the map. However, you did find out that there are numerous survivors, perhaps hundreds of survivors, hiding underneath the cathedral within the catacombs, which Calliope knows there is a hidden entrance in the center of the cathedral underneath the altar to Torm, which is a large wooden gauntleted fist. Yes?
Oh, I'm thinking. So the altar is in the center of the room,
Well,
not at the far end.
that is one of the altars, I believe. Let me see.
Claire is applying their knowledge of actual real-world
Yeah.
cathedrals.
I know.
Is that metagaming?
Yeah, so Calliope would know there is the central altar, which is where the fist is, and there is a secondary altar at the far back of the cathedral. Who knows how this cathedral works in this fantasy world, but that's how it's laid out.
Oh, it does not need to subscribe to Catholic
right
architecture.
Also, actually, it kind of reminds me of the big one that we went to in the Vatican that I can't. St. Peter's Basilica has I don't know what they call it. It's the big thing in the center, though. It's like that massive structure that. Do you know what I'm talking
Is it
about?
a font?
The
I have been in
Bellini-
St.
the
Peter's.
Bellini
It's
made,
been
right? Or no, is it
decades.
Bellini? Anyways,
Anyway.
doesn't matter. That was such a sidetrack. So upon making their way inside, they ambushed a devil with some deranged humans that seem to have been affected by hell or something, but they seem to be deranged and violent, and that was their MO. Upon defeating them, though, Kadam proceeded to swaddle the unconscious spined devil that Calliope had knocked unconscious, and Calliope and Pip went over to investigate over the balcony to look into the main cathedral where all the clattering sound was coming from. Calliope, you saw within there a sort of humanoid devil covered in spines and thorns about the size of an average person that was leading this pack of insectoid-looking creatures with big crab-like pincers. And as they were patrolling the bottom parts of the cathedral, you saw the numerous bodies strewn throughout this space and saw one of those bodies lift their head up briefly as the devils passed and then went back down as if they were pretending to be dead. Meanwhile, Kadam, you woke the devil up and made a deal, and they told you whatever you want, whatever you ask them, as long as you let them go alive. And you got some information. You found out that... What did you find out? You found out that the siege was being led by a creature named Victusa. I think... Did they describe them?
No, but Trevik did.
Trevik did, yeah. A draconic-looking creature named Victusa. And you found out that Victusa seems to be playing both sides, trying to win the favor of Azariel and Tiamat. You also... What else did you discover? You found out that they have been just culling souls as they find them, knowing that they would come back as devils in the river Styx. Yep. And their objective was to take the cathedral, and I don't know if they gave you anything else.
Take the cathedral and reap all souls within.
Yeah.
And they were told, or Victusa was given these orders by Lucille.
Lucille, yes. So, with that final little interaction completed, Kadam, you started to leave them, still swaddled up. And Rhea stood over them, clutching her swords, but you managed to calm her down and convince her to step away before she... maybe not calmed her down, but you convinced her to not kill Wolfram. It is at this point that we will pick up as Calliope, I believe you've just stepped away from the balcony to go and reconvene with Kadam, Rhea, and the swaddled devil, as well as your new companions Trevik and Velcora. The whole Velcro thing really helps because I can remember her name. Velcora, the dwarven acolyte to Moradin. So, as you all stand here within the guard tower here, debris scattered about, the swaddled devil on the floor, what are you all going to do? What would you like to do?
I think Calliope is like, yeah, excellent. And then fills them in on kind of like what she saw down there. And I think we start saying, okay, like...
Yeah, I would like to have this conversation away from the devil. So
Sure.
like out behind the organ, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds great. Is there any way for us to see the battlefield so we can kind of choose the
Sure.
direction or like...
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think like our vibe is that we want to like ambush.
Yeah. Let me so
That
just
would be ideal.
I will post you up in this map and just imagine that you are, up in the balcony overlooking this, and I'm going to place you roughly where that balcony would be.
Okay.
So let me send you over there now.
We're thinking of leaving Velcora up top as kind of like a sniper.
Okay, yeah.
And this is everything that we can see from...
Right, yeah, let me describe what you see as you step out onto this balcony and are having this discussion, kind of peering over to see what you can see. In the center there, you can see the massive altar to Torm, which is this wooden gauntleted fist that is closed shut. To the north and south, there are tattered curtains and tapestries rather that are kind of pulled to the side.
Those are the wiggly things?
Mm-hmm. And then to the far north, there is a very large curtain that has been drawn shut. There are like tattered marks throughout. And then you can't really see this from your position, but directly behind you there is another set of curtains like underneath the balcony. In fact, I think... Here, actually, I am going to do this because I think the balcony, this makes sense architecturally. Balcony would be here. You can talk amongst yourselves, but I'm gonna kind of open things up because you guys would probably be like here, like that would be the edge of the balcony.
Yeah,
that would make sense to me architecturally. So
got it. Okay. And so the big kind of like diamond shaped thing, that's the altar.
Correct. Yeah.
And where did we see all the
friendos? Let me show you where you saw friendos.
Down here, yeah.
To the south, yeah. So you saw them moving over here, and they kind of went past those curtains and then continued going west.
Okay. We currently can't see those curtains, but we did earlier.
Yeah, sorry. I'll just move you guys. There you go. Okay. So down here.
Cool.
And the body, Calliope, I'll say the body, you actually saw where that body was. The body was here.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so in terms of, I don't know, surrounding them or doing that kind of same ambush that we just did, ain't a lot of good options with all the entrances. I'm open to any ideas.
I mean, if we could get down there without being seen, at least, we could then either draw them towards us or try and get them where they currently are. I wish I could detect life or something. I can detect undead, but...
maybe, I don't know, draw one of them in at a time?
I mean, if we can. Might Gilder be able to, like, get the attention of one and see if they can't?
Oh, sure. I could send Gilder down there and see if I could do that. I am a little concerned, though, after seeing what happened to Little Dummy. Sorry, Calliope, for your loss.
He went the way that you would have wanted to go, dramatically.
I have an idea for Little Dummy later if we ever get a moment. Yeah.
But I could do it from a distance, perhaps. Just have Gilder whistle and see if that could draw their attention.
That might work.
If we were going to get one of them, I want to get the humanoid, spiky one.
Yeah, the tall fella.
Yeah. And which direction did we see him going?
You saw that one going this way. Oh, sorry, this way.
Which way?
This way.
Oh, away from us. All right.
Yeah. So they were walking in that, in that direction. I mean, you can still hear the clattering. It is a bit more muffled and a bit more distant. I would allow you both to make perception rolls as you're out on the balcony if you want to try to pinpoint kind of like the trajectory of where they're moving.
Sure. 18.
Okay. Are you going to try Calliope or no?
I'll let Kidam's ride.
Okay. With an 18, you can kind of, if you take a second and probably let like 20 seconds go by without talking, you get the sense that they seem to be kind of like, kind of going like this. Do you see what I'm doing?
Oh yeah, are they just making a circle?
Maybe. Like they seem to have been like right now at this moment, it sounds like they're probably directly behind this big curtain, not directly behind, but they're somewhere back there behind that big curtain. So you get the sense they kind of started to arc around.
I want to get a bottleneck. I don't see much.
If we can lure them back towards the staircase, frankly, that might be very helpful in terms of getting them all in, getting them one at a time and us being hard to reach. Like if we arrange ourselves on the staircase kind of thing.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Fight them as they're coming up?
Yeah, either coming up or like you and Rhea down at the bottom, me slightly up, Velcora a little bit up higher, that kind of thing.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's try that then, if that's...
Okay.
You were going to say something else, Calliope?
And how do we want to start? Just lure one of them? I don't know how we're going to do that.
Let's try for one, and if we get a whole pack, well then, there we go.
That's how it goes sometimes.
It does.
I could also do the thing I did last time.
Keep that one in the tank.
Okay.
If it's necessary.
You may remember what happened after you did it last time.
No, I know. I was gonna then say that if I did that if you would promise not to run away, or at least tell me what you're gonna do beforehand.
Uh-huh.
Of course.
Okay.
I also don't really want Victusa to come investigating the tiny elephant noise.
Oh, no. Oh, no, yeah, sorry. No, I wouldn't do the trumpet thing. I just meant I could fly out there and do that.
Actually, that's probably a better idea. Because Gilder can't fly, can he?
Gilder kind of sits up, looking a little indignant, and then Pip just goes, you can't fly. I don't know why you're upset. They're
I'm sorry, Gilder.
Okay, so would you like... walk me through this.
Okay. I think we're going to arrange ourselves on the staircase so we can't be seen from like kind of outside the staircase. I don't know if the staircase is like open or like covered.
I imagine it's it's a column, right? It's a big support column, and the staircase is in the center of it, so it's enclosed.
I think Calliope's going to be at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
With Rhea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kidam a step behind.
Oh, let me give you...
I think actually, Velcora, if you could kind of like keep up on the balcony and keep an eye out what's going on up there.
Oh yeah, certainly.
Take any like opportunity shots after things kick off?
If you're going to be down there, and she kind of points over to the staircase, it's going to be a bit hard for me to see.
Like out into the open area. Just like keep an eye out there.
All right,
Tell us if there's like more reinforcements or something coming. If nothing's happening, feel free to come over here and join the party.
I can do that. I'm also giving you control of Pip and Gilder.
Right.
Trevik, do you feel up for being at the base of the staircase?
Yeah, I got it. I could do it.
Right.
And then Lulu is like, "What? Where do you want me? What do you want me to do?"
If you could fly around and hit whoever needs to be hit, that would be great.
Sure. I will wait at the top, and when I hear things kick off, I'll come zooming on down.
Sounds great. I'm also going to guide Trevik.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for an initiative roll, perhaps.
Okay.
Being a dex check.
Wait, I thought we were going to have Lulu go do the distraction and try to lure.
I was going to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Never mind. I forgot.
And we'll be right here. Just lead them straight to us, and we'll take care of them. Just try to get one if you can.
Okay. As you all start to peel off and go off into your positions, Lulu kind of flutters up and waits a moment. You start to spiral your way down the stairs.
I'm also going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. One more clarifying question about the staircase.
Yeah.
You said it is inside a column,
Right.
not
It's
surrounding a column.
No. Yeah, it's inside of a column.
Oh, I can't see.
Or that was how I was imagining it.
Okay.
I suppose it could, it could be one of those things, right, where it is like an ornate column, and there could be like, almost like little slats in between, like as the stairs go down, so you kind of look between them. I'd be okay with that. This is not necessarily something that is described in detail, so we're kind of coming up with this as we go. Yeah, let's go with that. It is a massive column, but as you spiral down and kind of come down into the main foyer here, there starts to be these narrow slats, so you can just barely kind of
so they
see
can see us
potentially
as they're coming up on it.
Right.
That's actually not great.
Could we make a stealth check and just be still behind them?
Yeah.
Calliope?
Okay.
I ask mostly because as a caster, I have to have line of sight.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, to that
Basically,
point though, what I was gonna say is as you are starting to go down the steps, Kadam, you're the first to hear it, kind of very faintly coming from the below where these steps empty out into. And as you kind of start to come down and start to see a little bit of the light poking through those slats, you kind of hear this it sounds like somebody walking with probably heavy armor on, with maybe a little bit of like a limp or a gait, like some kind of off-kilter gait to them, kind of a so just so you're both aware of that as you start to come down the stairs.
I will hold up a hand and check first.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception roll. So you all kind of come to a stop just before you come into the main part of the stairs as they go towards the bottom.
23.
Kadam, you lean down and look through one of those little slats in the direction of the sound, and you see a heavily armored humanoid, kind of hunched over, big broad shoulders. You've seen a creature similar to this. The head is awkwardly almost like in the center of the chest and is wearing this cherub-like metal mask.
Oh no, it's this one.
But it's...
Or someone lacked that.
You can tell this is a different entity. There are different markings, and the cherub mask is like a different face. And they do seem to almost have a slightly awkward gait to them, and they're using this big halberd as almost like a cane as they're moving. And they're clutching in their other hand chains, which kind of clink and clatter going out, connected to two of those dog-like creatures. And they seem to be kind of looking down towards the ground as these two dog-like creatures are sniffing and snuffling at the base of the walls, and the creature seems to be expectantly trying to follow the dogs. But you can see them. You could probably wait, and they would probably pass. But it's your call. You can see them. They're moving north right now.
I think we just gotta surprise random as they come past.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Dogs first.
Sure.
Okay. And I got it just to get the order of operations here. Was Lulu waiting for a signal, or was it just go get him now?
I think waiting for a signal.
Okay.
We did not say that.
That's
I guess
totally
we did it. We didn't say that, but
That's
we're
fine.
gonna all get down in position.
Yeah.
Okay, Lulu.
She can wait for a
You're
signal.
ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
She has such a fast movement speed. Honestly, she's probably waiting at the top of the stairs, waiting for all of you, whoever's kind of at the top, to give some sort of signal. But
Okay.
So she notices you all kind of come to a stop even before you get to the bottom. Okay, if you all want to ambush these guys, you are going to need to make stealth checks to get into position.
Yeah. And I think I'm also going to...
Do we still have advantage for some reason?
For these ones, you do not. That was
Okay.
because the Spine Devil was dealing with these humans that were just incessantly babbling and kind of
Okay.
cackling.
Mm-hmm.
This is there's no distractions right now.
Okay.
Okay. I think. Would it give me disadvantage or anything if I did a large reduce?
Oh, if you did enlarge right now,
Because that was the plan where like I
Right.
would get down there and like cast our combat spells.
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think that would give you disadvantage to suddenly have like a horse-sized creature on
Yeah.
the stairs and trying, and then yeah, we have these.
Okay,
slats.
I think I'm gonna do heroism instead then,
Okay, cool.
just as first level on myself.
Okay, that gives you
4 temp HP around.
nice. Okay. Oh, and also yeah, temp HP doesn't stack, which that was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a little regenerate and 4 HP shield.
Nice. Okay. Let's see some stealth rolls. I'm not gonna have Lulu or
5.
Belcora do it. Okay, 5. Okay. Trevik does need to make a stealth roll.
Should have taken that disadvantage.
Rhea got an 8,
Okay.
and I got a 7.
Whew!
Okay, cool. Let's do this.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Then yeah, I would say. You all, as quietly as you can, start to tiptoe down the stairs. And you actually find yourselves being pretty quiet. But there's just that subtle, like, clanking of metal, kind of tapping against Big Dummy as you move down the stairs, and the sound of Big Dummy's, like, claw-like feet, like, touching the stone. That these dog-like creatures, you know, not surprisingly, much like a dog, they suddenly kind of perk up and their ears shoot up and they look straight up in your direction as you're all trying to creep down the stairs. I say you get about halfway down, so if you all don't mind just kind of reshuffling yourselves a little bit. So Kadam, if you can go up to the top of the stairs as well as Pip. Yeah. And then Rhea, and I'll put Trevik back. So probably about halfway down. And the dogs look up, and that cherub-like face suddenly turns and looks, and you all kind of just hear a as they look up in your direction. I need a ready to roll initiative.
Like these things.
Okay.
Calliope gets 7, Pip gets 10.
Okay.
Rhea got a 25.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
And I got a 7.
Starting off great.
There it is. Okay. Sorry, Rhea got a 25.
Mm-hmm.
Kadam got a 7. Calliope got a, what was it?
7.
7. Okay. So y'all are going at the same time, and then Pip got a 10.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, and I just got to do Trevik and Lulu real quick. And Lulu. And okay. All right. So, as we kick this thing off, the first person we have up is Rhea. What is Rhea going to do?
Nathan, how suicidal is she feeling right now?
She is with Calliope right now. She's still a soldier. She still has tactical, like she still has some discipline, especially in this moment. It's not like there's something very emotionally charged that's going to happen. I mean, besides the entire situation, but she's, I'd say that she's been adapting to the situation.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna whirl around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. What's her wisdom? Would she actually? I'm having thoughts. Okay, her wisdom's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna whirl around there. If you think it would be appropriate, spot the people who are coming, look frightened, and whirl back around.
Understood. Okay, go ahead and make a deception roll for me.
Okay. What's her charisma? Natural 20.
Okay, so yeah.
So Ray actually didn't notice them coming with her hand spotted them.
Oh shit. Yeah, so she very convincingly and spins around and starts to go ahead and you put her where you want her. And what does she do for her action?
I would like to ready an action of attacks of something getting within melee.
Okay, cool. So
If she's a little bit further north, she might be able to get flanking on that if they come by between me and
right
Calliope.
there.
Oh, and
Or I guess where
Lulu's
Lulu's standing,
Lulu's
maybe?
technically up above, right? So,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she'll whirl around there.
Okay, and push herself against the wall, swords out, and yeah, absolutely. If that's Rhea's turn, the cherub-like figure in the armor lets go of the chains and lets out a little as the chains and you hear kind of a high-pitched I can't do it, but a high-pitched whistle, and the two hellhounds start running in the direction of Rhea. Let's see what their speed is. Should be pretty good. Oh yeah.
And these are the ones we saw spit in fire outside, right?
That's right. Okay, so yeah, they okay, cool. They can get to there with 50 feet of movement. Running towards Rhea, they come barreling around the corner, and
I'll go for the one that's nearest me.
go for it.
First attack, natural 1. Second attack, natural 2. Third attack, oh god, natural 20.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
So 4 doubled is 6. 9 points of whacking
Piercing.
damage, of piercing damage.
With the short sword. Oh, and these guys actually take the full damage. So what was it, 9?
9.
Okay. As she stabs into the hellhound, it then lunges forward and is... Yeah, I think it's going to just
I don't
try to
suppose a 10
bite.
hits.
A 10? No.
All right,
Does
yes.
not hit.
That's-
Lunges forward and tries to bite Rhea for, a 24. So 8 points of piercing and 5 points of fire. The other
Right.
one, as it skids to a stop on the stone,
Of course it does.
its jaw kind of unhinges and it lets out a gout of flame that is, I think, from its position can hit both Calliope and Rhea. I think that's
Makes sense to me.
15 foot cone. So yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and both of you make dexterity saving throws.
And Big Dummy too, probably.
Yes, and Big Dummy. Yes.
Calliope got an 8.
18.
Okay.
Big Dummy gets +4 to this. Big Dummy got that one, so 5.
Okay. So Calliope and Big Dummy take 22 points of fire damage.
I will absorb elements that. Thank you very
Nice.
much.
So 11 points. But Big Dummy, I think, still takes the 22.
Yeah.
But you take 11 as you pull it into yourself. Rhea takes 11 points of fire damage as this gout of flame. Kadam, Trevik, Pip all upstairs. There's a burst of light and heat, and you see flames licking around the corner and kind of enveloping Calliope. But you do notice as Calliope... Yeah, what does it look like as Calliope absorbs elements?
I think...
Is this an air genasi thing, or is this an artificer?
This is an artificer thing.
Cool.
So, I think like it's got to be like a big dummy or something. Like there's just like a little like emergency button like that, like, or not button. I think just like a lever that she pulls, and just this like cloud of like frost, like ice crystals or something, kind of like shoot out and like counteract it. And there's just this like swirl, and then it all just like gets sucked back in
Nice.
to the outlet nozzle. And it's like a fire extinguisher, but like really small, and it's glowing hot right now.
Yeah.
So it
Imagine
needs
kind
to
of
like release that
vibrating,
energy.
Steam
in short
rising
order.
off of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the Hellhounds. Trevik kind of gulps and goes charging down the stairs with his spear. He doesn't get reach with the spear. And yeah, he's gonna go right up there. Okay, Trevik, let's do it.
Boy.
Oh no, he gets one attack. Here we go, Trevik. Two-handed spear attack. And it just like kind of ricochets off the thick hide of this hellhound, which just kind of looks at him, burning hot eyes, and Trevik kind of shakily stands there holding his ground. Pip is up.
Pip. Oh geez. Okay. We've made noise at this point, right? Like,
You have, keep in mind, this is a massive cathedral, so
Yeah.
there hasn't been anything terribly loud yet.
okay. I think Pip is gonna stick her head around the corner, and take out a little puff of perfume. She's like, I've dealt with doggies before, and puff out this like burst of kind of like you know how like lizards spit like like acid, or
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking specifically that one lizard that squirts blood out of its eyes,
Oh, yeah.
like in a stream, but
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
it's that kind of like water gun onto the dog. So this is going to be a Constitution save, I think.
Okay.
Poison spray it.
Oh, the dog got an 8.
Oh yeah. Okay. 2d12 plus 2.
Nice. This is poison damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
17.
Nice. And yeah, it does work. So as it sprays into the dog's face, it kind of sort of trying to get it out of its eyes and mouth. And that is, did you say 17?
17.
Whew. It's a big hit.
When it works, it works.
Yeah, the dog is still standing as it kind of coughs. These do seem to be pretty tough. All right, is that it for Pip?
Pip is gonna run back up, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilder, I think, will... Can it like scurry out of one of like the little slots and just like get to the outside out here somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's just gonna like kind of scurry around the outside here and give the help action to Rhea.
Okay. Okay. Give the help out. Oh, okay. Yeah. To give advantage to Rhea. How is Gilder going? Like, what does that look like?
That's a great question. I think Gilder kind of like Princess Mononoke style, like picks up like a little piece of like a rubble or something, like those little like coal sprites, and just like chucks it. Just like starts chucking these like little like bits of pebbles off at the dog.
Nice. Hitting the dog. The dog is now kind of distracted from all angles, and yeah, that will give Rhea advantage on that attack. If Rhea attacks that dog. Lulu is at the top of the stairs, seeing Kadam and Pip there. Goes, oh, okay, Do I go
New
get
plan,
the
we're
other
fighting
ones?
these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, poke the dogs, please.
She comes zipping down the stairs, shooting past you all with her crazy fast movement, and is going to get into a flanking position, and is going to poke the dog. Ha! 22. 4 points of piercing. I'm gonna laugh if she ends up getting another kill. She did not though. Okay, and that takes us to Kadam and Calliope. Who would like to go first?
Feel free to go first.
Okay. You ain't gonna do one of them spirits?
Oh, I was planning on it, but I would like the other person to be a little bit closer first.
Got it. Okay. I guess I'll. Okay, Big Dummy, you got this. And I'm just gonna kind of like wheel around.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon me. Oh. Okay, Rhea. And do just like I think a cool like slide between these as Big Dummy takes I think the disengage action to get me here in order to get flanking with Rhea with my lance.
Oh, cool.
Not
Okay.
be within 5 feet.
Okay. Oh, so you use disengage action to get into that position. Okay.
Yeah. And so let's. Oh, that is Lovelace. Don't want to be attacking with Lovelace. Lance 2 attacks at advantage. 24 and 24.
Oh yeah, those both hit.
First attack is 8. Oof, not great. 8 damage, and
Yeah.
then 18 damage total.
Nice. As you disengage and leap out of the way, the lance, scorpion tail like lance, strikes right through this dog, piercing it between the shoulders, and it just falls over. It goes limp. So 1 down.
Great. And it was the one that didn't use its fire breath.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Calliope. Anything else?
And now
for
I'm
you?
gonna back up against the wall with Big Dummy.
Nice. Okay. Getting into position there. You do see that armored cherub looking at you, the head kind of tilting to one side.
Well, actually, yeah. What's
expressionless.
the? Okay, it's fine. It'll have to dash to get up here.
Okay.
Probably, maybe.
All right, Kadam, you are up.
All right. I would like to move down here. May I hold my action
Mm-hmm.
for either the cherub getting within 15 feet of me,
Okay.
or if they do not this turn, toll the dead on the cherub.
I think you
Can I
have
set
to.
more than one?
I think you have to only choose one or the other for a spell, because I think the idea is that you start to like.
Oh, I'm starting to
prep
cast.
it, and it could fizzle if you don't release it. Sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fine.
You could also drop your initiative.
Oh, to go.
Oh,
later?
it's like go.
Yeah, I don't
at
know if
4?
I've
never heard of that.
Yeah, I've never done that before in my games.
Okay.
Yeah. That is an interesting rule, but let's for now let's stick with what we have.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like delay your turn. I see. Yeah, that's interesting.
So it's like your initiative. It's the cost is your
Yeah.
initiative is always lower now.
I see. So you have a choice of, okay, I want to go after that creature, but now moving forward, you're always going to go after that creature. That could be interesting.
I'm gonna.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm being indecisive. I'm gonna throw up.
You're
I'm
gonna
pull out
throw
my
up?
mirror. I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna pull out my mirror, punch it real hard,
Okay.
shatter it, and cast Spiritual Guardian.
Okay.
Spirit Guardians.
15-foot radius.
Yep.
Okay.
It should get the dog.
Little mirror shards go twirling around you. Awesome. Anything else for you, Kadam?
I might get What if I go here? What if? What if? No. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
I'll grumble a little bit there on the stairs.
Okay, awesome. Nice. That takes us to the other creature. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay. I'm just seeing what this creature can do. I was like, I've never actually run this creature, so figuring it out. Who dis?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So they.
Oh, never mind. I should have done more damage to that hellhound I killed from the absorb elements. Is just for flavor.
Yeah.
The thing shot back out. That frost energy that it had stored
for
up.
Sure. Okay. So. Oh, Calliope, you are just out of range. I think. Yeah. Okay. They will move forward. Lumbering forward, and they will. How does that work? Yeah. I guess they sort of. Drop their halberd so that it kind of leans against the wall there as they, in one fluid motion, whip out. They have a heavy crossbow kind of slung across their back as they whip it around and aim it towards Calliope. And actually, they aim it at. They seem to aim it at Big Dummy. So they aim it down at Big Dummy and are going to fire a big heavy crossbow. And they only do one of these. A dirty 20 for... does that hit? Yeah, for 3 points of piercing damage as it into the side of Big Dummy.
Okay.
Yeah, not much. Alright, that was their turn. Rhea is up.
All right. Swing around here. So I get advantage with Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go! First attack. Oh, so much. 20, more than 20.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For
More than 20 will hit.
5 points of slashing.
5? Okay.
Second attack. Natural 20.
Oh,
My God.
Wow, she's
Ray is killing
yeah,
it.
she has a lot of natural
15 points of slashing.
20s. Okay.
Third attack. Natural 19, which is a crit for me.
Ooh!
15 points of piercing.
Nice.
Oh my God.
So Rhea, returning to true form, just unleashes a flurry of attacks, all of them landing, and with that final piercing into the side of the dog. It's not quite dead. It's looking really hurt, but it kind of whips around, glaring up at Rhea, and I'm gonna see if it gets its fire breath back. It does.
Uh-oh.
Glaring at Rhea. Yeah, these things aren't that smart. It's not very tactical. So it just glares at Rhea and unleashes the gout at Rhea. So if Rhea can make that dex save. 6, so she fails. So she
I'm
takes
going down.
23 points of fire damage.
Yep.
Engulfing Rhea as she tumbles backwards, singed and burnt, and the dog whips back around and is going to come running up. Oh, wait, at the start of its turn?
Oh yes, at the start of its turn, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can you roll that damage? Oh my god, wait, hold on. We gotta make sure Rhea might actually be okay. Oh, okay, no, I got an 18. So, but let's see how much damage.
Okay. What is the damage? 3d8. Here we go.
This actually could be pretty close.
10 points of radiant damage reduced to 5.
Okay, so no, it is, unless it's vulnerable to radiant. I don't think it is. No, it is not. Okay, so yes, it only takes... Oh man, if it had failed, that would have been bad for it. So as it starts to get shredded by the glass, I don't... Does it, like, run away? Is it upset by this? I think it's
Is it
upset,
upset by being shredded?
I think it's upset by being shredded. It... Oh, ice, right. Oh, but again, it's not that smart. No, I think it just... Getting bit by the glass, it's kind of looking around in pain and just goes for the closest target available. So it goes straight for Trevik and starts running at Trevik, trying to make the pain stop. And is going to bite. Oh no, it already used its... Right, so that's all it does. Yeah. Okay, that was its turn. Trevik kind of stumbles back and then lunges forward to stab it. Wait, is he smart enough to... He's such a coward, though. Okay, he's just gonna stay there. Sorry, Trevik. Oh, he hits with the 19. Does not kill it, though, with only 2 points. Barely piercing this thing, and it does not die. Pip is up. This dog is looking rough. Wow. Okay, where's Operation? That was not intentional, but that was for you.
Okay. More of them down there, right? Pip's gonna do the same thing, make a con save.
Oh, okay. So, the little spray of poison into the dog's face, and it rolls a 7, so go ahead.
Poison spray, 18 damage.
Yeah, the spray it falls over.
That was supposed to be one of the non-lethal ones. Glad I didn't. I was mislabeled.
So that dog goes down. That's amazing. Yeah, no one's hero. It actually was unintentional. I'm not that quick. All right, that is that it for Pip? Pip runs back up the stairs.
Yeah, and then I think let's go Gilder again.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's Gilder gonna do? What can these guys do? They can't stabilize people, can they?
Little
Gilder's go stabilize Rhea.
homunculus? I mean, what is the homunculus stats? I don't know. Can they? It's a creature. Can any creature make a medicine check? I don't see why not.
Has 10 int.
Medicine's wisdom based, but yeah.
Has 10 wisdom.
Gilder can try and make a medicine check on Rhea. I'm very curious what this will look like.
Okay. So I think Pip actually, like, when Gilder is like over here, Pip is just gonna be like, okay, here's some anti-burn cream and like some bandages, just like pushing it through the
dropping
slots.
it down through the slots so it falls onto the ground.
And Gilder kind of like picks it up and just like spider.
Oh my god! I mean, your reference is so perfect. It's the little coal creatures from, yeah.
And I think just like dumps it on like Rhea's face. And then just starts like putting the other bandage and just like stomping on the bandages.
I'm so sorry, but just for narrative reasons, I feel like I have to give Gilder disadvantage on this because it's just so good. I'm just like smacking it on her face. Just no, it's fine. Just make the medicine check. Make the medicine check.
This is, I guess, just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll, yeah. Just the D20 roll. Oh my god! Yeah, so Gilder slaps the bandages on, puts the cream on, and then something clicks in Gilder's little homunculus mind and realizes, oh, and then starts to slowly apply the cream across the face and like delicately pull the bandage over. And Gilder's doing that now as to stabilize Rhea.
That's Dr. Gilder to you now.
We're gonna see Gilder pull out a little lab coat and a stethoscope. All right, is that it for Pip and Gilder? That was amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. All right, Lulu. Lulu goes, okay, here we go. It's gonna zip over to that creature. And she will try to poke it without advantage this time. Boop. Gets a 19, double 19s. And
This lady.
I know. Only does 2 points. Punk. And it kind of gets stabbed in the back of the head, or not back of the head, back of the top neck thing. All right, Calliope.
Okay, let's see what you're made of. Gonna ride dummy over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just take 2 stabs at advantage with flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Client B, lance advantage, 25 and 24.
Okay. 25, 20, both of those hit. Yeah, obviously.
21 damage.
Let me check something. Oh yeah, your lance is magical, which
Sure is.
Which is good. Okay. Yeah. So sorry, 21 points. Oh my goodness. 2 quick strikes. They pierce right through that armor, and this creature kind of. All right.
Yeah, you think that's funny?
Calliope, anything else for you?
And any bonus actions? I feel like I used to have so many bonus actions. I just don't anymore. Bonus action tell Big Dummy to use its repair 3 times a day to heal some hit points.
Okay, awesome.
2d8 plus 3.
Awesome.
That is 17 hit points back.
Whoa. Nice.
It has doubled its hit points.
That's wow. Oh yeah, because it took that huge hit. Awesome. So some of the material stitching back together. Is that it for Calliope?
And I spent how much movement getting there? Let's see, 15 feet. Let's spend 20 feet getting back into base.
Okay. Trying to think. It does have a halberd which has a 10-foot reach.
Oh.
It did switch to the crossbow, so I don't think it can actually make an attack of opportunity this.
Oh, it's holding a crossbow right now?
It was, yes. I don't know how that works in 5e. I don't, because it's very loose with.
If it has a halberd, I'm not gonna risk it being able to just like quick switch it out.
Well, that's the thing. I was trying to decide. I don't know. Regardless, it has the crossbow, so I think that I think with players though, we've always just allowed it to happen. So
yeah, and also if it has a halberd, there's no point in me going into the radius because it can just attack me from outside the radius. Is the thought here.
Okay, so you're gonna stay there. Okay.
I think I got it.
Okay.
Is there? Yeah, Kidam, you can just like move around.
Cool. Kidam,
Get places.
it is your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna use 20 feet of movement to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Put a quick hand on Rhea's foot and say, "Not yet, sweetheart," and cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level. That is 20 hit points back to her.
Awesome.
Because I am cool.
All Gilder's efforts.
Gilder looks up.
My patient.
And then I'm gonna use my 10 feet that's left to go there.
Awesome. Wow, 20 hit points. That's crazy. Oh, because of
What is it?
right,
Circle of Mortality.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Yes.
I heal max when someone is down.
That is so amazing.
I was like, oh, I
love it.
didn't see you roll die.
That's amazing. All right, so you get into position. The shards. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
At the beginning of your turn, this creature will make a dex wisdom save?
Wisdom.
Okay. It does have magic resistance. Only rolled a 14 though. That fails. I think, right? Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll that damage.
So that's 11 points reduced to 5.
Well, no, it failed with a 14, right?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So
So 11
11.
points.
Nice. Okay. Shredding into this thing. Is that your turn? That was your turn. So it is now its turn, right?
It's turn.
It staggers from these hits, and it's looking like there's this thick, viscous ichor spilling out of the wounds. It's looking really, really hurt, and it the head kind of twitches abruptly, and then kind of points upwards, and then you just hear this awful, blood-curdling wail that just erupts from it very loudly. As it grabs on to the halberd, and it's weird because as like almost pathetic as it's being right now, as soon as it grabs onto that halberd, it seems to like almost mechanically go into a very disciplined stance and 2 strikes towards Big Dummy.
Big Dummy, not me.
Yeah, Big Dummy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It sees the big thing that stabbed it twice, and it just goes to try to destroy it. So here we go. Yeah, neither of those hit. 13 and an 8.
Yeah.
But it is letting out this wail as it's doing that. Rhea, it is your turn.
Right, I'm feeling better.
Indeed.
Can't quite get flanking, but we're there. So let's go.
Wait, it could get flanking by standing in front of me.
Oh, yes, I could, couldn't I? Thank you.
Does Rhea have to use 15 feet of movement to stand?
Oh, that's right. Heck. She was here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I forgot about getting up. I guess I'm just gonna shoot over Calliope's head then, with my heavy crossbow. 18 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, 18 hits.
6 points of regular damage.
Okay. 6 points of regular damage. Ooh, this thing's looking hurt. Okay.
We haven't done that much damage to it.
It's still standing. Alright, is that it for Rhea?
Yes.
Okay. That takes us to Trevik. Trevik kind of... Alright. It is going to come out to battle.
Trevik.
He kind of lets out a little cry, running straight at it with the spear out in front of him.
You'll make a fine hoof.
Going to try to stab this thing. No, and off the armor misses. Pip.
Pip's gonna stick her head up top and be like, Velcora,
Ah, yes.
how's it looking out there?
Oh, good question. Let me see. She's gonna make a perception roll. She rolls. She leans back. You're fine. There's someone coming.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, then. Guess they can't hear loud things. So Pip is going to. God. I think we gotta use one of these arrow slits
Yeah.
as a pistol shot.
Okay.
It's range 30. Can we hit? Yes, we can. So I think just a flat roll with a pistol shot.
She should have proficiency with it.
Or flat, I mean, not advantage or anything.
Oh, yeah. Just flat roll. Yeah.
Okay. 16.
16 just hits.
Nice. 12 damage.
What does it look like as Pip takes this creature down?
Sharpshooter. I think. Okay. Sticks this like pistol kind of like out one of these like slots.
Mhm.
Waits for it. Trevik kind of like gets in the way. She like shakes her head, breathes in, and just like sees. What's the weak point of this thing? Whatever it is, she sees it
Probably
and nails
like,
it.
Yeah, like right at the neckline. So it's probably like it turns ever so slightly, and she can see the almost
The like artificer like vision
Yeah.
turns on.
I could see the like almost like disturbingly thick muscular neck that goes into this mask, and just as the ball just goes right in, and the wailing stops as it suddenly stiffens and then clatters to the ground. Taking us to Lulu. We're kind of out of combat. Lulu like looks around at you all.
Let's go.
Okay.
Original plan.
Woo! All right, so she darts off. This thing's out. All right, Lulu, 20 feet. Lulu is going to dart off 45 feet. Gets to about here. Okay, so you see her disappear behind the curtains to the kind of north. There's a beat, and then the curtain bursts open. She goes, "Oh, they're coming! It comes flying back really fast. As she uses her, she literally 120 feet and then dashes.
Your sound has cut out, Nathan.
It looks like you're just muted.
How about now?
Yes, you're good.
Now is good.
Yes, uses her 120 feet, dashes back, and just like peels around the corner as she's wailing, "Ah, they're coming!" All right, that takes us to Calliope.
Velcora.
Yeah, Velcora is like still like looking around up there. I think you're good. Calliope, Kadam.
Oh, Calliope. So I don't see any of them currently.
No,
correct?
you just saw where Lulu came from, which I can do the arrow again if you'd like. Lulu came from these curtains up this way.
Okay. How much time do we have? How close were they?
She goes, they're right there.
Okay. I guess I just got a whole action to shoot something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just take. I think. Let's try to draw them this way,
Okay.
and then. So I guess we can like shoot. I'm just like playing tower defense or something. So let's move down here. So I have like a wide range on stuff coming in. Gonna have Big Dummy repair itself again, which will probably get it up to full. But it's free, so why not? Where'd that go? It's 2d8 plus 3. No, not quite actually. 1 under full.
Okay.
And then hold action. I guess I've never cast this before.
Yeah.
Gonna hold a fire bolt.
Fire bolt. Okay.
Fire bolt.
Got it. Okay. Awesome. I'm excited to see what this looks like when it goes off.
Let's see if these things have immunity to fire.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right.
Big Dummy's down here with me.
Kadam.
I am gonna slightly confusedly follow Calliope here and hold Toll the Dead
Okay.
until after Clappy's firebolt.
Understood. Holding your mirror out, getting
Nice.
ready.
My empty mirror.
Yeah. Rhea is up.
I'm
You just
going
like grab a shard as it goes by and be like, okay, I'm gonna use you for a second.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, 5, 10. Hold a crossbow bolt.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep track of her bolts?
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I have not.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Some of my other games I like to do that, but it's fine for this. I also think so she's holding a crossbow shot. Okay, cool. All right. After Rhea gets into position, you all watch as the curtains burst open and spilling out at the front of this sort of like swarming mass of these insect crab-like creatures is that thorny spined devil that coming like waddling out and seeing you all. I'm gonna reveal them on the map, and for simplicity I'm gonna have the crab-like creatures go directly after the barbed devil.
There's a lot of them.
Yep. And yeah, I mean they all had to dash to get there, so that is kind of where they get to at the beginning of their turn here. Held actions, go for it.
Pew, pew, pew.
I can't.
Oh, you can't. Okay, what about you, Calliope? You're probably within range with the firebolt.
Yeah, Firebolt has tons of range.
What are you aiming at?
One of the front crab
One of the
things, I
crabs.
think.
Okay, go for it.
Because I ain't a fool about devils and fire. Firebolt, 1 attack, flat roll, 18.
That hits.
11 fire damage.
And the damage goes through. A bunch of chitinous armor goes flinging off of this thing. It's barely holding together. But Calliope, what does that look like when you fire off Firebolt?
Okay, big dummy, ranged mode, and it kind of like turns the lance into like it like slides forward on kind of like a fulcrum and becomes a trebuchet.
That's cool.
Just like a little mounted trebuchet turret on the back. Fires.
That's awesome. So it goes more in an arc. So it goes. Awesome as it flings through the air and slams into the little crab. Barely holding together.
Rhea is going to go, I think, for a different crab.
Different crab. Okay, go for it.
I rolled a natural 20.
That hits.
Oh my god, Rhea!
Yes! And I rolled a 10 on the die. So that's 22 points of piercing damage.
Impales this thing. It goes flying across the room and instantly stops moving. One of the crabs is destroyed. Okay. And then Kadam, you were unable to trigger that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
60-foot range.
Trevik, kind of panting and looking down at the dead thing, suddenly looks up and realizes he's standing alone, and then kind of sees you all over there, and then sees all the creatures coming.
Formation!
Yeah, okay. And is going to run and get into formation with all of you. Is going to hold his action to attack with a spear. Okay, Pip.
That's Pip. I think Pip's like, oh, that worked well. And gonna just murder hold this thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, let's see. They are. Pip, if you have AoE, now might be the time.
Does Pip have I don't know what Pip has.
Okay, let me read real quick how Flaming Sphere works, because that's what this would be. 5-foot diameter sphere of fire appears in an unoccupied space. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere. That's not exactly what we need here. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, there's just no AoE here. I guess Pip's just going to try to snipe the devil.
Okay, with the pistol. Okay, go for it. Make that attack. Just straight roll. I mean, yeah, no advantage on this.
Okay.
Ooh! Is that
but rolled like minimum damage.
is
So
that
10.
a natural? Okay, so 10. Okay.
Yeah.
Slamming into the devil. It does do the full 10 though, because her pistol's magical. Okay. Anything else for Pip?
Gilder is going to. Let's see. I think run down here. How much space? I think it's gonna just like move and dash
Okay.
to kind of like curl up on the wall.
Sure.
Pip's gonna head up this staircase and kind of like get out of sight again. So it's like up here on the upper floor.
Sure.
You know, like Velcora, you've missed a few. Could use your help over here.
Velcora looks over. What are you talking about? I don't see any of them.
Yeah, that's because they're all below you.
Right. Okay. You need help then. All right. And she will enter the initiative order. With a natural 1. That makes sense. That is
That's good. That's good.
so appropriate.
Did
Wow.
she also roll the nat 1 on the perception?
Yes. So she will on her turn. All right. Is that Pip's turn?
That's Pip's turn.
Okay. Lulu. I'm gonna join all of you. I'll be.
Can you poke one of them and come back?
Okay.
Wait, I think
She goes zipping over. She's gonna go for one.
they're
of the
all standing
crabs.
right there. We've already made a bunch of noise.
Oh. Yeah.
Lulu, it's time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. As she goes flying over, and shit, how much movement I need? This is actually important. She was here, so she's going to.
You
Zip
can always
over.
just fly up to get out of reach.
Yeah. That. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So okay, let's see what which trumpet does she do? Okay, she can only do one more of these after this, by the way, just so that we can all be aware.
We're gonna need a long rest soon anyway.
They're all just grouped up like that. It's so nice. Man, we were so scared of those crab things. They're going down in one crossbow bolt. Whatever.
Sure, she'll do her sparkles again. It says that evil creatures have disadvantage on the saving throw. I don't know. I might just change that to like fiends and undead. So she goes flying across the room. Trumpet kind of sticks out. Imagine if like there's like a dizzy animation of like the elephants when they do the little like, and it kind of overextends, right?
Uh-huh.
The little like golden elephant. Ah! It's the trumpet sticks out, and then and the rainbow sparkles go showering over the crabs and the devil. They all make.
Is it DPK?
Well, we'll see. They all make con saves at disadvantage. Okay. I don't remember the range. Wow, okay, so the devil fails. Very good. Does anything else happen if they fail? Sorry, this is...
What is this creature that we've allied ourselves with? Nobody knows. I cannot help you.
Okay, so yeah, they just make con saves and then they take damage. Okay, so 4d8 radiant damage. So 17 points of radiant damage to the devil as it gets blasted, its skin burning from it, and all the little crabs. Sorry, what is the cone? Is it a 30-foot cone? 30-foot cone. Holy shit. Can she hit all of them? I mean, just about. Actually, I think she can hit all of them. Okay, so she hits all of them. I don't know if... oh god, that's so many saves. Let me just do like... I'll just do one.
Do you want me to roll them all on which dice real quick?
Sure, yeah, actually go for it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 saves, and they get a plus nothing. It's just just 7. Just roll 7d20. Okay. Amazing. All at disadvantage. Excellent. So only 4. So 4 of them succeeded.
That's wild, also.
And 3 of them failed. Yeah, it is wild.
There were 3 nat 20s in that.
Yeah. What was the damage? 17 damage? So half of that is 8 damage?
8.
Okay. So 3 of them just melt into black ichor and kind of like spray across the ground, leaving just like a sort of like splatter pattern across the ground. And then the other 4 all take 8 radiant damage. And as the sparkles and light clear, Lulu lets out a little, okay, and is going to just shoot straight up with the remaining bit of movement that she had. I think she did like 45 feet of movement, so yeah, she goes up to the sea lake. I don't remember what I said. 30 feet up? Sure. Okay. That was Lulu's turn. Now it is Velcora. Velcora spends her turn moving and dashing to get to the stairs. Okay. Calliope. Yeah, we're all dressed up for the anniversary arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our 2-year anniversary. We've been doing this for 2 years. It's crazy. I can't believe it.
Wild.
Super wild. Oh wait, actually, sorry, I moved Velcor to the wrong order. Whatever, doesn't matter. She's gonna do that on her turn. Calliope and Kadam.
I'm going to, I think, just do another firebolt at one of the back ones.
Yeah, go for it.
Calliope. Firebolt. 26. 8 fire damage.
Definitely hits. 8 fire damage. It just bursts into goo and is destroyed.
Wait.
Okay.
And Calliope is gonna move up into a defensive position here.
Okay.
I am not Rhea, believe it or not. All right.
Calliope getting into defensive position. Kadam, you're up.
All right. I think within range now. 5 more feet. Toll the dead on the devil.
Okay. As they're kind of wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom save, please.
14.
That is a failure.
Who?
14 points of radiant damage. Nope, necrotic damage.
Excellent. The devil looks very upset by all that. Is that it for you, Kadam?
Then I'll use 5 feet of my movement to move backward.
Wait, move towards me. Get adjacent to me.
I have already used my 2 diagonals. Sorry.
Oh, I'm just
Wait, you can move sideways.
Yeah, it's fine.
Towards me.
I'm just doing diagonals.
Oh, yeah, I can. All right, there we go.
Rhea is up.
That's me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna swoop in front of Kidam there and shoot the devil with my crossbow. 15.
That hits. Just. Ooh, this devil's hit points.
Oh, terrible.
Nice.
4 points.
4
of
points.
piercing damage.
Okay. Oh, that's reduced to 2.
Rhea, I can't screen ya. Unless you stick close.
Screen me?
Oh, the
The defense thing.
disadvantage.
Oh, I see. Well, I can move back there.
Alrighty. Is that Rhea's turn?
Yes.
Okay, it is this devil's turn. They look around the room, seeing everything that is happening here. Oh, yeah. Let's see if they can do it. One moment. This will change things.
Did they do the summon thing?
They succeeded.
Yes.
I was feeling so good about stuff.
Nice. Okay. 60 feet.
I love it when Nathan goes evil.
Okay. They look up 60 feet away. Oh, nice. Yeah, because Kadam, very nice of Kadam to move up. Very good. They look towards you all, and then they look up at the ceiling where there's all of the twisted paintings and mosaics of everything that's going on there. And they point their hand up, and one of the sort of like, very Renaissance era, like naked figures of a human sort of like writhing in pain as they're being dragged down into the depths of hell. You watch as that figure seems to split at the torso, and actual blood starts to drip from the ceiling, and hands and another barbed devil drops onto the floor directly in front of Kadam. And they call out, Frate! You hear Calliope, you hear them say, to my aid, take them now! Alright, that was their summoning, which I think is an action. I will double check. And I need to grab a token. Barbed devil! Boom. Slamming down in front of Kadam.
Don't like that.
I'm fine.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Let me see. Yes, that is an action. So that was their action, and then they are going to move into full cover back here.
Get him, Lulu.
The devil. You got it. The devil that summoned, just for simplicity, I'm gonna have it go right away. If that's okay, it'll just share the same initiative.
I would like it to make a wisdom saving throw,
at the start
please.
of its turn, it'll make a wisdom save as it lands in front of you, Kadam. It got a 20, so half whatever this is.
13 reduced to 6.
6. Okay, so minus 6. And is going to go for you, Kadam, for I believe it's 3 attacks.
I will give disadvantage to one of them.
Okay, so 2 claws, and then this big tail behind it whips around and tries to slam into you, Kadam.
I think the tail sounds. Is the tail look more dangerous?
Your call. Tail or claws? There's 2 claw attacks and then a tail.
Let's do claws.
Claws. Okay,
First
so
claw.
first claw attack at disadvantage. An 8, so it gets batted out of the way. Goes in for the second one. 25 to hit, so 5 points of piercing.
Yep.
And then the tail comes whipping around, and an 8, so misses. That was its turn. It is now all the only 3 crabs that are left. They all come scuttling across the ground, running at you all. I think they only have 30-foot movement speed, so they can't even make it to you all. They just come running towards you all.
I would like that nearest one to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Right. Yeah, these guys are pretty. Yeah, they're. Oh my god, they're so dumb. So yeah, that one would have just run right into the glass. Wisdom save. 12.
15 points of radiant damage.
As it comes running into the glass, like running into a blender, and just black ichor gets sprayed across the ground. Now some of your mirrors are a little duller. No. All right. That was the devil. Okay, Trevik. Okay. Oh. Comes running around into a flanking position with the devil. Okay, here we go.
You're doing great, Trevik.
I got it. I don't got it. As the devil just grabs onto the spear before he can stab him. I don't have it. Okay, Pip is up.
Pip is going to. Oh, you're not getting away. And wait, no, Pip can't see where they ran.
Pip is upstairs.
Yeah. So Pip is going to run 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I think takes a glance out. It's like, that one covered ground fast, not knowing that it's a different spine devil. Because we were expecting them to charge, and that one was leading the charge. So I think we'll just take a shot at that one.
Okay.
So let's go like that. Man Maggie's pistol, 14 to hit.
That just misses. Ricocheting and missing.
And let's see. I think Gilder is going to go in for the kill.
Okay, go for it. Little arachnid versus arachnid.
I have little dummy, so I'm just going to use little dummy stats here.
Yeah, go for it. I think they're
16 to hit.
That hits.
5 force damage.
How does Gilder kill the crab?
I think it's just it jumps all legs out, and the camera freeze frames as it almost like a Renaissance painting, the lighting from above it, and this beautiful cathedral, all of these beautiful mirrors going around for texture, and then it just lands and it's a massacre. The camera pans up and you just see bits of crap.
Oh yeah, it happens off screen. You just see Gilder fly off screen and then blood, goo and bits of crab flying. Incredible. So yeah, Gilder just destroys that crab.
And then walks a little bit in.
Awesome. Okay, that was Pip. Lulu. Okay, here we go. Gonna dart around the corner, seeing that devil, and is going to.
The same thing happens when we just see part of devil fly around the corner.
She misses, so tries to stab the devil and misses. Calliope, you're up.
It's stabbing time. Yeah. Calliope is going to double lance this thing at advantage.
Yep.
18 and 21.
Those both hit, definitely.
20 damage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good hits on that thing.
And I think I will move. Let's go here afterwards,
Awesome.
just so I can kind of screen everybody and box it in.
Oh, and Kadam, did you make concentration checks?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Or only one, right? You only got hit once.
Just one. The DC's 10. Natural 20. Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. Kadam, you're up.
How hurt does this devil look? Is it...
Not that hurt.
Not that hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing round to here. Maybe here, just to get that last crab in range.
Sure. Oh,
and then Do I need to be able to see? Yes. I'm going to toll the dead on the barbed devil.
Got it.
So wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save for a 12.
It fails. 12 points of necrotic.
Yep. It's still there.
All right, that's all right.
Okay. Is that it for you, Kadam?
Yep.
Okay. Velcora comes running down the stairs and looks out through the gap like Pip is, and is going to do a Sacred Flame on the barbed devil.
Oh, so you can see him now.
I can see things just fine, all right? All right, so that's a definitely a success by the barbed devil. The little burst of flame, the devil steps out of the way before...
And you know.
Look, you're distracting me, all right? Okay, Rhea, is your turn.
All right, here we go.
Are we going to get more crits on this?
Oh, yes. I have a 10% chance of critting, and I'm rolling at advantage here. Let's see. First attack. Oh dear. 15.
Ooh, a 15 just hits.
Right. 8 points
Okay,
of slashing.
So 4, right?
Yes. Second attack. Natural 19. That's a crit.
Oh my god. So many
15
crits.
points of slashing.
15 points of slashing, so
Reduced to 7. Last attack. Dirty 20.
Okay.
For 4 points, reduced to 2.
2. Okay. Oh man, if she ends up with magical swords or silvered swords, it's gonna be. Really
It's gonna happen
nasty.
next long rest.
It's gonna be
Mark my
so
words.
nasty.
We're
So,
gonna
yeah.
work on it.
Carving into this devil, it kind of shrugs all the hits off though, and wheels around looking at her. Kadam, I think you're insightful enough. You actually kind of catch this like resentful look on this thing's face as it looks over its shoulder back in the direction of the other one that summoned it. 'Cause it's just like, and yeah, I think Calliope, you hear under your breath, "You son of a bitch." I probably hear a like, I should have never made that deal with you. All right, that takes us to the devils. The devil with Lulu is just gonna go full attacks on Lulu. So, boom, boom, boom. Only hits with 1. So just that.
We
first
can't
one.
really see that though.
No,
We
you
don't know what's
cannot. But
going
you
on.
do see Lulu like ducking and dodging out of the way, or those of you that are within view see Lulu ducking.
Yeah,
and
I
dodging
can
out
see
of the way.
Lulu.
Oh wait, that actually is that reduced to only 2 damage? No, the weapons are considered magical. Okay, so yeah, Lulu takes only 5 damage. So you kind of hear a little, but she's ducking and dodging out of the way. Ooh.
What happens with these other ones on their turn?
Yeah, I'm trying to think real quick. Let me resolve this devil here. This devil
What happens at the start of their turn?
makes a wisdom save. And rolls a 12, fails. Wow, they are rolling like garbage, even though they have.
Excellent.
This motherfucker.
13 points of radiant.
Nice. Yeah. They
If you want to help, you can.
they kind of look at you. Does this one know common? No. Let me see. Languages. Oh, okay. They look at you, and in your head, Kadam, you hear the voice creep up in your mind. Sure, if you get me out of this somehow, but I kind of am bound into this deal. I gotta fight you unless you can offer me something better. And they're gonna just start slashing at you, Kadam. Sorry, not personal.
No, that's all right. I
Yes.
say to lay into me.
They're going to try to hit you and knock that the things off Spirit Guardians. 15,
No.
25.
Yes.
Okay, so the tail whips out and slams into you for 9 points of damage. Make a concentration check.
No.
So the
Spiritual Guardians falls.
All the mirrors. Do they clatter to the ground, or do they just get
They
sucked
back into the mirror.
Back into the mirror. And then you hear in your head, all right, that was cool.
Did the
now-
crab get hit by it at the start
the
of their
crab,
turn?
Yeah. I mean, this thing, I mean, what? How much damage did you roll? Go ahead and roll damage again. There's no way it's surviving.
16. I rolled high on that one.
Oh, actually, wait, because the crabs went after. Yeah, I didn't roll for them, but I had them go kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. That is their turns.
I say to the devil, ain't it cool? I'm so pleased I can do that.
All right, and then the little crab just moves forward and tries to snip Trevik. in the butt.
Disadvantage to that one.
Disadvantage on the crab. Hey, 17
With
with
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Wow.
That hits Trevik. It crushes his calf, doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is grappled as it grabs onto his calf. And he just looks terrified now, more than he already did. Okay, that was all of their turns. Trevik, I'm gonna have Trevik make a wisdom save. He's still in it. He whips around and is gonna try to stab down at the crab.
Yes, Trevik.
And gets a 5. So he cannot. He's just slamming into the stone as it kind of leaps from side to side, grabbing onto his calf. He lets out a yelp. Help! Okay.
Man fights crab.
Yeah. And then the crab pulls out a knife. No, Pip. It is Pip's turn. What would Pip like to do?
Yeah, I guess Pip doesn't know about the other devil still. Otherwise, she'd go after it. So let's just keep shooting this one, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, so Pip. Not advantage. Flat roll, 20.
That hits.
10 piercing damage.
Okay, still up. These guys are really beefy. Okay.
And then, let's see. Wait, where'd Gilder go? Oh, there's Gilder. I think Gilder is going to... we've figured out what Gilder's natural prey is.
Crab. Yeah, go for it.
Little dummy. And let's get advantage on it by flanking. 15 to hit.
That hits.
5 force damage.
The crab explodes into guts. It is killed.
I think Gilder picks up 2 of its little arms and puts them on gloves.
Well, so the actual crab, because these are big, they're
Yeah.
giant, but there's the little the
the
feet
thumb
pieces.
pincer?
Yeah, the little tiny feet pieces.
Yeah.
These are not quite full crabs. They're more insect-like, but they have crab claws. So each foot has those little double jointed things. So yeah, I bet Gilder can grab those and
I think like each of Gilder's legs goes into one of these, and like Gilder starts like clacking around.
Oh my god. All right, it is Lulu. Ducking and dodging around. Okay. Goes for that little tusk attack. Pew. Hey, hits with a 16. It does 4 piercing damage. You hear from around the corner. Ah! Ah! So, she's harassing that devil. Calliope.
It's murder time. Disengage to be able to move away from it and like start lancing.
Okay.
So let's go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah, look at that.
Gonna lance it so good. 2 lance attacks, 27, 25. I've been rolling okay on these. 24 damage.
Ooh, big hit. Big gout of ichor comes spilling out of its mouth.
It's still not dead.
These things.
We've done 75 damage to it by my count.
These things are beefy. Anything else for you, Clivey?
Yeah, I mean, I can't protect you if you keep doing all this dancing around. Stay close.
What? Yeah. Inflict wounds.
Oh, okay, go for it.
Actually, wait, before I want to flank. Sorry, I say as I dance around.
It's looking around in all directions as Kadam pivots around and grabs onto it. Did you get a natural 20?
I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Holy shit. What dice is that? Are you using the same dice for everything?
The same dice I've been using this entire campaign.
Oh my god, those dice. Okay.
So this is
double
at first
natural 20s.
level. What is this? 3d10?
Nathan, will you let us
quadruple
the dice? I mean, it's gonna die.
What are the
Might
odds?
as well.
Yeah, what are the odds of rolling double that 20s? That is insane.
2.5%.
2.5%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. $32 points of necrotic damage.
That's doubled?
That's doubled.
What if it was quadrupled? I'm just curious.
Why would it be quadrupled?
You rolled 2 nat 20s. I don't know. I'm just curious. What does that come out to be?
Well, that would be 64 points of necrotic damage.
It really doesn't matter either way.
Okay.
But what does this look like as you freaking...
I just, Calliope and I swing past each other, soaring, which is half to Calliope, but also half to the devil. Didn't work out this time, and I'm just gonna grab its hand with both of mine. Maybe next time.
There's a moment as it locks eyes with you and then what happens?
All of its wounds just open wider and blood just pours out of it.
Yeah, that black ichor just gouts out in thick viscous floods onto the floor as its body withers and it falls onto the ground. Whew!
Well, never mind. Okay.
Oh, that was my last first level spell, y'all.
There you go.
Okay.
Velcora. Ha! Nice!
Then,
did you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna take my movement.
You pivoted I guess that would have been 10,
Oh, yeah, I
10 feet.
pivoted 10, so there.
Okay, cool. Starting to go in that direction. Velcora looks around. It looks at Pip. I don't see anything else. I think we did it. So I'm just gonna keep playing that nat 1 perception roll and and so she'll kind of just start moseying down the stairs to join up with everybody. All right, Rhea.
I'm charging after Kidam.
She'll dash over. Yeah, go for it.
6. I can't see still. I'm going to dash
Whew.
Still can't see it, so there we are.
Okay. So Rhea goes charging off in that direction, taking us to that devil, which doesn't know what's happening around the corner because suddenly it's very distracted by this little golden furry feathered elephant stabbing it in the face. So it just goes it can't hit Lulu. Oh, got one with an 18. Okay. 7 points to Lulu. Another yelp. She's still doing okay, fluttering over there. Trevik kind of sits down on the ground, spear, and then looks up and sees Rhea running off, sees Kadam running off.
You're doing good here. You're doing good here.
And he starts running. Just
Oh my god.
starts running towards
Okay.
Rhea. He's not gonna run ahead of Rhea. He's gonna run up next to Rhea. Okay. That's Trevik. Pip.
Where's everyone going then? I think
There's
so,
another
keep
one
on.
over here.
Everybody's
Over where?
running in that direction.
I think Pip will, I guess, start walking up this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I guess Pip sees it
Yeah,
now.
definitely. It has its back to Pip, and it's literally doing the like flail, like trying to hit Lulu.
Would you give advantage on
No, I'm sorry.
that one?
Oh no.
So I think like Pip is gonna be like, okay, secret agent, and like running and like just like slides and like takes the shot, and it just works as well as you would expect.
Oh yeah. These pistols aren't quite as finicky as those. Yeah. No, you're good. So just and it just goes past this devil, but it does turn, seeing Pip there, noticing that Pip is approached. All right. Is that it?
Gilder. Dash up, I think, just to hang out with Pip.
Okay.
And it's like little like click, 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 click. So that clicking that we heard, we hear it once again. Only like even faster because its legs are a lot shorter,
Yeah.
and it just like takes up this like defensive posture in front of Pip.
Oh, this is incredible. Okay. Lulu, seeing allies starting to approach. Okay. And is gonna just keep fighting the devil. Whoop, and misses. Calliope, you're up.
Okay, once more. One more is back there, saying to Velcora.
All
Bonus
right.
action, have Big Dummy dash, so I have 80 feet of movement.
Whew, okay.
And I think that's just enough to get me all the way
So,
there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be there. And then you did great, Lulu. I salute you.
Thanks.
Calliope 2 attacks at advantage, 26 and 15. And I know 15's enough to hit because we've learned their stat box.
Yep, that's right. Let's see that damage.
32. That's almost max.
These, like I said, these guys are real beefy, so still standing.
Yep.
Anything else for you, Calliope?
Let's go. Oh, I don't think I actually have enough movement to get next to Lulu.
Okay.
So I think that's probably it for me.
Okay. Kadam.
Yep. I still can't see.
Oh no.
Oh, dash. And just hang out right there.
Okay. Yeah, you can just barely see it around the corner. Velcora. There's another one. Okay. And she dashes up to here. Rhea.
Right. 30. Can I stand on this crab?
Yes, you can.
All right, thank you. Here we go. First attack. Not at advantage.
Yes.
16.
Mm-hmm.
So 7 points of slashing.
So 4.
4, yes.
No, wait, 3. So 3 points of slashing.
3, sure. Then 15 to hit.
Crab Heelys. 15 hits.
11 points of slashing reduced to 5.
Okay.
And then short sword. So much. 22. 5 points of slashing.
Reduced to 2.
2.
Yep, and the devil is still standing. Is that it for you?
That is.
Okay.
She's getting more and more plummy British as we go.
Yeah. The devil looks around, kind of pivots around. Oh, it can't. It looks around at all of you rushing in, throws its hands up. I don't know which one it would necessarily pick. It'll telepathically, sure, it'll pick you, Calliope. It telepathically looks back at you, and in your head you hear its voice.
This isn't worth it. So let me go. We can arrange something. Yes?
What can you have to offer me? You've killed my countrymen.
I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's just have a discussion.
No promises.
Okay,
But I accept. Lay down. Get on the ground.
Right.
and it will get down, laying down on the ground. I mean, Rhea, Lulu, they don't know what's happening. They kind of look confused as suddenly the devil gets down on the ground.
Subdue it.
Okay. Yeah, Rhea, yeah, I mean, I think she would look to you, Calliope, for a moment. There's a moment of hesitation. Kadam, what do you do?
I mean, I guess I'm right there. I assume that Calliope is having a conversation with it because I just did the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stand back for a moment.
Okay. Rhea looks at you, Calliope. Do we really need another one of these? We just spoke with one.
Oh, did you? How'd that go, by the way?
Quite well.
Yes, it went well. But do we need another one?
Kidam, do we need another one, or did we learn everything we needed?
We could ask a few more questions.
Telepathically, back to you, Calliope.
Yes, more questions, but again, deal must be made first.
It says it wants a deal.
For my life.
I'm not really willing to give it anything.
Just let me.
So unless you have something specific.
I can put in a good word.
Not good enough.
No, I can put in a good word with Lucille. You'd like that?
I don't even know who Lucille is.
It's my
Calliope says out
commander.
loud.
My commander.
What do you do?
Out loud. I don't even know who Lucille is.
Mm-hmm. The figure goes,
That's my commander. Commander of the army that's below Elturel right now. I can put in a good word. Say that you spared my life, and you were valiant warriors.
What value do devils have on sparing lives? Look around.
They will.
And I'm gonna crush its head.
Oh,
I'm just gonna step on it, I think.
go ahead and make.
Is our coup de grace rules a thing?
Not really. I mean, like I when it's low enough hit points, I would say
Yeah.
yes. This thing is still kicking that it's going to resist, so it's not
Yeah.
and you don't have it completely restrained. So go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
May I?
Yeah, I can be paused.
So you see, what is it? The foot going, raising up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the foot's heading towards
Yeah.
the devil. Clappy, wait, and I will like. I mean, I guess I'll push in front of Rhea.
Sure. Yeah. Easy enough.
What's up, Kidam?
I turn down and look at the devil. Can you speak so we all can hear?
In your head.
I'm afraid not, unless you understand the native tongue of the Hells.
No, I don't.
This doesn't seem to be going well with your friend. What about you? Could you convince them to let me go? Spare my life.
They don't feel right.
I could get you, oh, I know, I could get you, your friend there.
And you all see the devil point up towards Rhea.
I could get them a weapon. I noticed them just tickling me and my friends. I could get them something nice. It would help if you let me go alive.
I am going to pass the path to the grave on this devil.
Okay. Do you do anything when that happens?
No, a target I can see within 30 feet.
Okay. So casting Path to the Grave on it. Do you do anything else? Like, I'm assuming there's no visual indication.
Yeah, I think we just described like a shiver running down the
Yeah.
person's spine last time.
Yeah, the devil is aware something happened and kind of, and their eyes kind of go wide with a little bit of fear, like laying on the
Clapping.
ground.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and make that attack roll with advantage as the foot comes down like a hydraulic.
I'm gonna do it with my lance.
That's
stuff
fine.
still.
Yeah, that's fine.
The foot was just for flavor.
This is flavor.
27, 27,
Yep.
2
Mhm.
double 19s,
And then-
26.
And then this is, the first one is double to, I guess, 22. Or whatever minus. Yeah, doesn't matter. All of that with that abrupt motion of the foot coming down like a hydraulic, the head just, and the devil goes limp instantly. And the battle comes to a close as you hear footsteps come running up behind you as Pip, Velcora, Trevik all join you. They all, I don't know about Pip, but Pip is actually probably smiling. But Velcora and Trevik are smiling and look proud and confident, and Trevik kind of laughing slaps you on the shoulder. Kadam, we did it! Wow, okay. Wow, you guys are tough. I'm glad you found me.
Just holding up hand to Trevik. Kidam, do you want to talk? You good?
Let's make sure we're safe.
Okay. I saw some survivors in the main entrance. Let's go check on them.
And as
I'll turn around back.
Mhm.
Did we see? Are there any bodies lying around like this? Well, we can't see
this
that.
area,
Yeah, this area?
I mean, yeah, there are bodies throughout everywhere you go. Not like some areas higher concentration than others. I'd say you probably see a lot of bodies over by the doors there, and then they kind of spread, thin out. But as Calliope says that and everybody turns to head deeper into the cathedral, the carnage kind of surrounding you, new bodies added to what was already there. We will slowly pull out of the cathedral, seeing the destruction of Elturel around, and hear the ever-present din of battle erupting from below. And we're going to depart Avernus for now, as we pick up next week.
Oh, are we not going?
I thought we were only doing 2 hours, right?
Oh,
Are we going to 9:30? Was that the plan?
that's what I thought the plan was, but
Got it.
we don't have to go with that
No,
plan.
I thought my misunderstanding. For some reason, I thought we were just doing 2 hours. But yeah, sure.
Fades out. Some
out.
commercials play.
Commercials play. Commercial break. And we go back in. Oh my god! I don't know if y'all like watching. If you watch, Saturday morning cartoons and stuff, but it's like the classic thing where it goes to commercial, and then we come back. And it replays the same animation again of all the characters like doing whatever they were just doing. Yeah. Okay, so sure. Yeah. Let's go back into it. So Calliope, you gesture. You want to go to where you saw that body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. All right. Let me get you all y'all organized here. I'm just gonna
Leaving footprints of Icar.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move you guys over here so I can easily
Yeah.
get you over there.
But yeah, anyone who looks like they might be alive, I'm happy to go over and check for breathing and such.
In this room, I mean, yeah. So we could say this. We could play it out like this. You all start to slowly kind of fan out and inspect the bodies around here. There's no living bodies in this area. That's Lulu. Okay. But as Calliope kind of leads you all through and you push past the curtains, heading deeper in, you end up in the room where you can see the massive gauntleted fist there made of this beautiful wood that is still actually seems to have held up quite well despite all the chaos and destruction. And Calliope, you head straight over towards where you saw that body. There does seem to be a pretty high concentration of bodies here, and in fact, as you are down at ground level now and looking into this area. And
I think I'm gonna get off the big dummy specifically to I don't know, be more like human. Be like, hey, we're with the Outriders. If anyone's alive, please make yourself known.
So you call out into what you can now see is a little chapel off to the side. Well, it's actually quite big chapel, but it's a chapel off to the side. And it is, in ruin. There's bodies in here. And you call that out, and let me find. There's kind of a moment, and then you slowly see a head raise and an eye peering at you kind of wide, weathered face of kind of a very tan looking human with blonde gray hair, sort of tousled, and they kind of sit up. They seem to be wearing they have on it's interesting, they're not actually wearing I guess what would be typical with an Elturel. They're wearing more what look to be a lot of animal pelts and things of that sort, as they kind of shrug it onto their shoulders and get up, and they reach down and pull up a old gnarled staff, like a weathered wooden staff, and sort of push themselves up and come walking over to you. They have bright blue eyes, very kind of wrinkled skin, and as they approach, this man looks at you and he says, you're with the Hellriders. I thought all of them were gone at this point. Are you kind of looking over your shoulder and looking around? Assuming that big loud commotion was your doing?
Sure was. Yeah.
Are they all gone?
I mean, you heard it was a big loud commotion, so Who knows for how long that'll last? But yes.
Ah, well, I suppose I owe you thanks. Name's Seltern. Kind of nods his head. Ah,
Calliope.
Can I get a vibe on this person?
yeah. Insight check, go for it.
Yeah, he seems very laconic about this whole situation. 18.
18? He seems kind of... You don't sense anything like nefarious going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
They just seem to be... I'm trying to think of like he seems to kind of just be like going moment to moment and looking at things. If you could read this off of just like this initial vibe, like almost in a practical way of just like, okay, that is now dealt with. I need to figure out what's happening now. And like the playing dead thing seemed to have been a response of that makes sense in the moment. They probably won't mess with me if I play dead.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So he kind of looks around. Yes, thanks for that.
Did you see where everybody else went?
I did. I was hoping to get down there, but I couldn't make it. He gestures over to the gauntlet. There's a way to get down below over there. I've never been down. I just was told to go to the gauntlet when the attack happened, but by the time I got mixed up in all the chaos, I got here and there were dead bodies, and I figured they wouldn't mess with a dead body.
Well, good thinking. It's kept you alive, looks like. Okay, I think we gotta get down there. Actually, I just remembered that we have NPCs outside.
Who's outside?
The other group of dwarves.
Oh, yeah.
And people.
And Harkina and her kids.
Yeah.
Do you want to go out and retrieve them?
Feels kind of like we gotta. Otherwise, we're just leaving them. But there's hellhounds out there, and we don't got a clear path.
There are hellhounds. I don't have much left in me.
They seem to go down pretty quick. I bet I could take them. With some backup. We snipe them a little bit, soften them up from above, then chase them down when they try to run.
All right.
How do you want to, because I don't necessarily want to run the whole combat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, how are you imagining, getting, what do you imagine this looking like?
Taking cover up above where they were barking at us.
Got it. And then fire.
Shooting crossbow bolts down.
Mm-hmm.
If they try to run, I jump off, feather fall,
Mhm.
and then just chase them down and lance them.
Okay. What is Big Dummy's movement speed?
40.
40? Okay.
And
I
so
would say-
80 total.
Yeah. I
with
would
me
say
attacking.
if to kind of simulate the cost of this,
Yeah.
I would say you could either expend a spell slot, or
I'll expend a spell slot. That sounds great.
okay, cool.
First level.
Yeah, that's fine. Just expend a first
Okay.
level spell slot.
I would go and help. I've just told the dead from above, probably.
Yeah, exactly. I know you have enough range that you all can pepper them from above. They don't really have a way to get up, and then if they do run, I'm fine with that. Just expending one spell slot, I think, is a way to simulate that. So we see this as you all kind of position yourselves up above on the balcony, look down, you see them still kind of circling around in the yard. One is tearing out a body, and then you all unleash at Calliope's command, and over a few rounds they drop. You head back out into the city. I'm just gonna check something really you head back out into the city towards the building where they are, and you find them. They come out, and you're able to start leading them back towards the cathedral.
Trevik, while we're going and grabbing them, you know your hiding spot up in the tower? Hang out there. We'll be back in a moment.
Wait, why can't I come down with you?
I mean, I guess you could.
You need me to stay up above?
I was just thinking, with that leg of yours, I didn't want you walking around on it. But if you're fine, I'll trust you.
Oh, no, yeah, I would like to stick with all of you. And as you're going towards the entrance of the cathedral, Kadam, and actually, yeah, all of you spot up at the top of the cathedral, sort of crouched like a gargoyle. You see you can just barely make out it. It's almost like a humanoid-looking figure. Has these like wings. They look to almost be like a ashen gray color or like a white color. The details are hard to make out, but there's definitely a creature sitting at the top of the cathedral that's just observing you all.
Was this there before?
No. And I think you notice it because there is a there is a piece of rubble that gets dislodged that kind of and that draws your attention up, and you see it because you see that it has probably just landed as its wings kind of fold in, and it is crouched up there.
Does this match the description of Victusa?
Make a perception roll. Trevik is
22. Trevik is hurt. He's calf.
Yeah. 22. Yes. You look closely at this figure and you start to make out more of the details. You can see let me pull this up for myself to help the description. Yes, you can see kind of a draconic snout. There are no real lips to speak of, just these sharp predatory teeth that kind of hook over the jawline and up under. The underside is sort of like a creamy yellow, and they seem to have these long like barbels, but they're almost like dreadlocks kind of that kind of cascade over the shoulders, and they clearly are just observing you all right now as they're clutched up there on the roof. You do notice they where would they put that? They kind of have at one side. Yeah, actually, they're holding on to it, and it's kind of going across the top of the turret that they're resting on. They look like they're clutching a really long, nasty-looking long sword, and they're just observing you all.
All right. I will not draw. I will like not look or react to them.
Okay.
But will say, I believe we have found Victusa. Do we want to let them know that we see them, or do we want to carry on?
Who's Victusa?
Oh, they are the immediate commander of the group that has invaded High Hall.
I don't really want to get into another big fight.
Not a fight, no. We have a bargaining chip with them.
Do we now?
We do.
Okay.
Evidently, they're a fan of Tiamat. And Tiamat's around here somewhere.
Okay.
The full impact of what I just said is starting to hit me.
Mm-hmm.
But we have something of Tiamat's.
That's true. I'd rather get these folks as safe as we can get them first. Otherwise, they'll become bargaining chips.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we'll...
However, if they're watching us and we go into that, they'll know how to get in there.
They're currently on the roof of the cathedral. They can't see us if we go inside, at least immediately.
They can't, but we got imps. We got burned
Right.
back at the crooked spine like this.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake twice, Kidam.
Oh God, I'm tired.
Okay, I got a little bit of juice left in me. Gonna take out a small piece of glass, crush it into my eyes,
Okay.
blink. Oh, that's things. I hate that.
What on earth?
My last second level spell slot for see invisibility.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead and make a perception roll.
Kidam could use some guidance or something.
Not healing? I will
Just-
guide you.
I got this. Healing. Can I want a help action from somebody too, because I don't.
I don't know how somebody could help you with this if you're looking for invisible creatures.
Yeah.
You just get the one perception roll with guidance.
I mean, advantage with the. I mean, it's. I guess they don't have advantage.
Yeah.
I'm so scared to roll this. Is there anything else we can do?
I don't think so.
Enhance ability, I guess.
If somebody has that,
Tapped.
I got the ring. Could give you a little bit of pep.
I don't want your ring, Calliope.
Okay, just saying. Okay, I'll just roll it.
Okay.
12.
Okay. You look around. Don't see anything. You do obviously see the creature
Yeah.
up there. And then I'm assuming your plan is you're gonna go down below while
Yeah.
carefully looking around as you go.
Yeah, carefully. I will take my time. Take 10 if I can, or take 20, whatever.
I genuinely don't know if I can. I'm not up for another fight.
Oh, that was without the D4.
Oh yeah, I did D4.
That brings up to 15.
You move into the cathedral, head into the main altar area. Everybody's looking very anxious to get below. And Seltern kind of gestures towards the altar. I was just told to go over there. I'm not entirely certain how it works. Calliope, I'd say that you remember. I cannot remember the name right now, but you remember your mentor.
Glim.
Glim. You remember Glim fiddling with the actual in the palm of the fist, which the fist is right now, it's closed shut. And you remember he went off to the side. There's like a very like ornate decorative lever that you can pull that will actually have the entire fist that's articulated. It'll extend open. As you go over to open it, you catch just a brief bit of movement out of the corner of your eye and look up and catch an imp clutching onto the side of one of the pillars of the cathedral and just looking down and just watching this all very carefully. And you can see that sort of shimmer of invisibility over it. What do you do? Like you see it, and then what do you do?
I don't want to have it know that I can see it.
Okay,
yet.
so first thing I'd like you to do a deception roll for me.
Okay.
As a reaction to this, as you try to like.
That's only a 7, so it's like I look up at it, straight at it.
I mean, you it's that thing of like the movement.
I do a double
happens
take.
So fast, you look.
Yeah.
And that, even though you try to look away, the movement was quick enough and jerky enough that it notices that you spotted it, and it kind of sort of stiffens up and starts to crawl around the pillar to get out of sight.
We're being watched. An imp up there. If we
Right.
open this thing up, we're leading everybody right to it. To everybody else. I don't know if there's any other entrances.
I have just enough left in me that I could contact someone if you wanted. Then I will be done.
I don't know how that would help.
My
could tr-
only
We could
My
try
own-
taking that.
my only thought is to contact my friend who might be below and see if they couldn't let us in from the other side.
But
But
then they
that's
still know
such
where it is. It seemed like they didn't
Oh.
know what the entrance was before.
Really? I turned to Elturel and Trevik. Do they know that the gauntlet's involved, right?
I'm not sure, but it did seem like they didn't know where everybody went, and they were
Yeah.
kind of using them dogs to try to sniff them out. I saw them spend an awful lot of time around that gauntlet, but they never quite figured out how to get underneath.
All right.
We can't lead everybody in there again.
Well, then I think we need to rest.
We could take out the imp real quick if anybody can get
Can you
something up in
see?
the rafters.
Yeah,
I can see it,
Go for it.
but I don't got anything that can hit it from down here.
Anything that I can do where I don't need to see it.
I could. Nope, that's fire. It's freaking fire damage.
All of my cantrips I need to see.
Mm-hmm.
Inflict wounds is touch.
Does
Spiritual weapon, but I don't have a second level spell slot. I have 1/3. I could cast it at 3rd level.
Upcast.
if we could, I can tell you where to cast it and where to swing. Those things go down easy. We saw back in the mansion.
You did. That means if any of you die, you're dead.
Oh, is that why you're holding on to that 3rd level spell? Yeah.
I think we gotta risk it.
Fine. Describe it to me. And I will not look. I will just do it.
Okay.
Ideally getting surprise.
So Calliope, the imp did crawl around the pillar
Yeah.
and out of sight. So you are
Yeah.
gonna have to make another perception roll to spot it.
I will
Okay.
guide you again.
Okay.
That's only a 10
With guidance.
I thought-
Okay.
with guidance.
Yeah, you spend probably 10 minutes trying to spot this thing. It is small. This is a big space.
Yeah.
Even though you have see invisibility. How long does that last, by the way?
I think like 10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 minutes? Okay.
Wait, no. It was a lot longer than I expected it last time.
Probably an hour?
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to play this. I think, you know what? This is how we could do this. Because I like using the like Monster Heart style, right? So
Yeah.
even though you technically were unable to see it, I think what happens is that if you got, I don't know how long y'all are gonna stay here, but if you were intent on finding this thing, 10 minutes go by, you do not see it.
Yeah.
20 minutes go by, 30 minutes, 40 minutes,
I'm taking a short rest.
50 minutes. You're all just anxiously waiting in this chamber, Calliope desperately searching to try to
Yeah.
spot it. It's right before the spell ends, so you have probably 1 shot to do this.
Okay.
You notice it peering out behind a pillar, watching all of you intently, carefully. So, if you're gonna try to get the drop on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably... We could do this... like sleight of hand. I mean, it's dex based. I think it's like how quickly can you get it, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's sleight of hand, or if just dex, like just a straight dex roll.
I
For
have
me?
proficiency in sleight of hand. Oh wait, no, not me.
Oh, because because so Calliope, you're trying to... Oh, this is interesting. So what is the plan here? You're gonna try to describe exactly where it is to Kadam.
And then everybody just unloads whatever they can on it.
I have spiritual weapon. If I can get advantage on it, that would be really nice.
Okay.
Does Pip have fairy fire?
You have
Pip
to...
does not have fairy fire. Okay.
So, Kadam, you... Oh, also, I guess during this hour, Lulu would say,
I got one more in me. I could do one more little of my little toots if you want.
Okay. Last reserve. If everybody else misses and it's still up, that's what you do.
okay.
Yeah.
So, Calliope, you have to try to discreetly describe where this thing is without it knowing. And the only thing I can think of is like either deception.
I will do
or
sleight of hand.
stealth.
Sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand, yeah. I would allow that. What I'd say is like maybe I'll work with you on this if you really want to use sleight of hand. Maybe it's that you pull out like one of your little notebooks or pieces of paper and you start to just either write down where it is or you do a quick sketch, something like that. Does that work for you?
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Just like super quick.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand roll for me.
Guidance on this one?
Oh yes, always. Well, not always.
Oh,
Not
I
now.
cannot roll!
Okay. I'm gonna have it make a perception roll, and we'll see.
That's a 2.
See
Oh,
if
we
it notices.
ate up all of our dealy doos.
Well, combat.
It
It's not a bad deal.
it notices that something is up, and it starts to tense. And Calliope, you see out of the corner of its eye, it's starting to crawl back around the pillar, and this is your last shot.
Yeah, I say
So,
I'm just like right up
Okay.
there.
So, this is what we'll do.
Mhm.
It is gonna get I mean, this is just a straight initiative check to see if everybody can before it crawls around the corner. So, I'm just gonna roll initiative for it. Oh, got it. Rolled pretty high. What did you get, Kadam?
17.
You just beat it.
Pip got 21, nat
Pip
20.
also beat it. So it rolled a 16.
And Calliope, for what it's worth, got 17.
Okay.
Rhea?
Rhea. 20. Dirty 20.
Oh my god.
So everybody except for, well, let's see if Lulu rolls initiative. No. Okay, so Lulu won't be able to go. Okay.
How about what's her face? Velcro.
Velcro. Velcora also, Velcora rolled super low as well.
Okay.
And I guess Seltern technically has stuff, so let's see if and Trevik doesn't have ranged, so. Okay, so Seltern, Lulu, and Velcora don't get to go. Everybody else gets to go. So these are, as you all unleash your various attacks, I guess let's start with Rhea. Or no, Pip. Let's start with Pip. Pip got a 21.
Yeah, and I'm just going through what the best thing is here. Acid arrow, maybe?
Toot another day.
I appreciate you, Operation.
Yeah. And this will be the last thing we do, and then we're gonna.
Yeah, I think so.
wrap this game up.
Yeah, I think it's got to be Melf's acid arrow,
Okay.
which is
so
second level spell.
I think it's an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and do that at disadvantage as it flies up into that corner.
At disadvantage?
For Mel's acid arrow, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's. I mean, you
Yeah.
know the area
Oh,
to
no,
target,
that
but
was
you cannot
without a-
see. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, that would be
13.
That just hits.
Okay, that is. Why is that all halved? That shouldn't be halved.
The damage is half because I'm seeing 5 damage. Should it be more than?
Yeah, but like that's being halved for some reason, and I'm not sure why.
So is it actually 10 damage?
It should be 10 damage, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 acid damage.
And it'll take 2d4 more at the end of its next turn.
Oh fuck. Okay. So. Okay. This is
Yeah.
perfect to end on. So I actually imagine that Pip. I imagine that Pip rolls her eyes and just flicks her hand, and a little like hidden tube out of her sleeve shoots out and just shoots a thing of acid, and you all watch as it splats, and there's a perfect little shape of an imp left on the wall, and you just hear a ha! And then you watch on the ground as the imp turns visible and splats onto the ground and is just dissolving away before any of you can react. And she goes, "Should we please go down there now?" And
Yes!
And as we end tonight, Calliope, I'm assuming you go over and
Yeah.
open the fist, and instantly as you go and look into the palm, like without having to make a check, you see where the hidden switch is and flick it, and you all watch as the stone in front of the palm at the west side of the altar sort of turns into
Was
stairs
that easy?
going down below. Well, for Calliope to find the switch. Anyone else, it would have been a whole thing. So,
Okay.
oh, sorry, no, the switch, the lever to open the palm,
No.
that just opened the palm. The actual hidden switch to reveal the stairs was hidden within the palm itself.
Okay.
It was not the big obvious lever that opened
Okay,
the
I was
stairs,
like,
to be clear.
They
Okay.
couldn't figure that out.
No.
Oh my god, I'm so glad we didn't just fall into the same trap again.
That was very good, yeah.
That was very good.
All right, this was really fun. I do need to I really gotta go. But thank you everybody for joining us tonight on our 2nd anniversary. Thank you, Claire, for reminding us it's our 2nd anniversary. And
that, folks, is our dynamic.
exactly. And we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
Thank you everybody for watching.
Yes, actually, yes.
This
Yeah.
is so much fun. Thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Having people in chat
It
makes
means a lot
such
to
a
us.
difference.
You're a treasure.
Yeah, it really, thank you. I don't think we would have been doing it this long if it weren't for the folks that keep showing up. Seeing the little, just to be real for a second, we, the views we get, I don't know, it's like about 30 views per episode, and that is, that's really exciting
Fantastic.
for us. That's really exciting for us because that's 30 people that are showing up, and you don't have to show up. Even if you're our friends, you don't have to show up. So the fact that you're showing up to watch this is really meaningful to us, and we really, really appreciate it. So
Yeah.
I also like the puns.
yes, thank you, Operation, for the puns. Yes. Okay, thank you. Have a lovely evening. Good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I always forget where my closing. There it is. Bye.